What is up, my party people? Welcome, as always. Always starting the show off with those companies who help make this podcast possible. Guys, starting over with my friends over at Yellow Jacket. As most of you know, I'm a second generation HVAC tech, 20 plus years in the trade, but I always think back to those days working with my dad that I cherish so much. My dad always said, your tools are an extension of yourself. If you buy quality tools and take care of them, they'll take care of you. Most of the time, you only have to buy them once. Well, that brand I think back to is Yellow Jacket. They've been making quality products for 70 years and counting, making them right here in the US of A. If you're looking for quality tools that you can depend on to get the job done, look no further than Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket has been trusted by my family for generations now, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Remember, 70 years of expertise built into every tool. Check out that website. Some of that new stuff they got. I'll be honest, maybe some of their vacuum pumps don't look as fancy as some of the other ones, but these things are monsters, and that's just the truth. I'll show you guys on camera once we get going. I have almost every single one of these pumps, and they are all freaking amazing. On to the next one. Guys, my friends over at Blue On. Guys, you've been seeing the kind of things that we've been doing on these tech support episodes. Blue On is absolutely amazing. We'll actually get into it in the show today. You can ask Mr. Jason Johnson. He was joking last episode with the Blue On tech support about finding the manual for a 70-year-old boiler. Well, guess what? They called me the next day and said they found the manual for that boiler. So hopefully we'll see what Jason says in the comments. He should have received it. But just to tell you, give these guys a chance. They are there to be your support. They're there to help you, and it is all 100% free to use. Become a Blue On Pro member. It takes 10 minutes of your time. It is absolutely free. You can find almost any manual needed. If you can't find it through the app, to be honest, it's probably how you're searching it. But if that's not the case, call the tech support line. I guarantee that they will find it. All right? They are there to help you. These people over there are amazing men and women. They really, really are. Just give them an opportunity and they will help you. All right? On the app, you can go on there and get free tech support. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You're on call and you're out working on a unit right now. Okay? It is 8:24 Eastern Standard Time. I could be out on a call right now and be stuck and call Blue On Tech Support, and guess what? Somebody's going to answer the phone and be there to help me. No other tech support service can provide that. And if they do, it's not fucking free. I guarantee. And you better hope you're working on their brand of equipment or they're going to tell you to go fuck yourself. All right? Then, not to mention, you can order parts directly from their app. You can get quotes. Order it directly online. Goes directly to the supply house. And even if you're doing that for your company, guys, even if your company is the ones paying the bill, you can get 2% back of that. So you can get an extra little bit of kickback on stuff that you are supposed to be doing anyway. Guys, it's free money. Why not give it a try and see if it works? Then with Curry unveiling, they're going to have a service. You can order the part through the app and then somebody will fucking deliver it to you. Blue On is absolutely amazing. I am honored and I love to be affiliated with them. I can't wait for you guys to see things that are going to be unveiled in the future because we have so many things that we're going to roll out for you guys. It is absolutely amazing, and Blue On is absolutely amazing. So, guys, go download the Blue On app and become a Blue On Pro member today. Last but not least, guys, my friends over at Company Cam. I know most of you, if you're technicians, this is not much you can do about this. It's going to be more for my manager and business owner friends. But guys, check out Company Cam, all right? This is more than just photo documentation. Yes, it can take care of all your photos, your videos, your pictures, and categorize them. Keep them in a nice, neat folder, geotag to that customer's address, time-stamped, and have all that kind of stuff. That is the CYA. Cover your ass. It's all there for you. It's there. It has the tech who did it, the time they took it. So if you have a maintenance customer, consistent customer, you keep going back to, and Tommy, Billy, Fred, George, whatever, have been out there, it's gonna market for each individual tech, what they've done, and how they've been out there. This thing can also help you when it comes to your marketing, as far as the geotagging and how you populate when people search you for SEO and stuff like that. I'm in the process of trying to get Miss Company Cam Claire back on here to explain that, because there's so much more that I don't even know, that I want to have her come back on. But she is a very busy woman. She does all of their shows and stuff like that. So I am in the works of trying to get her back so we can get that explained to you guys, so that you can use that to the best of your ability. But remember, if you go to companycam.com/HVAC Uncensored, they will give you a free 14-day trial. So you've tried free for 14 days. If you don't like it, hey, no harm, no foul. You've lost nothing. God forbid if you do, which I think you will, they will give you 50% off your first 2 months. All righty. Enough with paying the bills. Let's get on to the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless the United States, and thank you to all those men and women who defend it.
Five, four, three, two, one, go. Welcome to the #1 rated HVAC podcast. If you're looking to grow in the HVAC industry, then you're in the right spot. Blue-collar people talking about blue-collar shit. Let's get better together. So turn up the volume, buckle your seatbelt, and let's welcome your host, Gil KV Jr.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. I'm your host, Gil KV Jr. So happy to be here on another Wednesday night. A little mix up tonight, so I'm sorry for starting a little bit late. I've been having some issues with my scheduling software. Not even really issues, because it's only happened twice out of the few years that I've been using it. But Mr. Alan Coggins, who has been on before, who is the inventor of the Cocoon Furnace, absolutely amazing guy. It was an amazing show when he was on last time. I was really, really looking forward to talking with him tonight. But he is actually next week. For some reason, the system did some goofing around, and I didn't even notice that it had him under both nights. And he's actually going to do it next week. I thought it was kind of funny that he scheduled the day before Thanksgiving, but hey, to each his own. I was down. So it is going to be just me tonight. No Mr. Coggins, Mr. Allen. He will be here next Wednesday. And apparently he has some awesome news about dropping for Cocoon, which is that it's a whole different kind of furnace. I'm having a brain fart remembering some of the details, but I know it was pretty awesome about how it works. There's no open flame and all this other kind of stuff. So I can't wait for him to come back on. What you should do is try to go back and find the last episode with him in there. It should just say HVAC Uncensored Talks with Alan Coggins, and go back and check that episode so it refreshes your memory. To be honest, I'll probably do the same thing myself just to make sure I'm up to snuff. But I do know it was pretty awesome what he's doing. He's an awesome guy. We've been staying in touch, talking about via email and different things. And he reached out and said, hey, got some new stuff going on, some new things I think you'd like to hear about. Would you like to do another show? And I was like, abso-fucking-lutely. Let's rock and roll. So, yes, Jason, Cocoon Furnace. But yeah, real fast, just to talk about this, man, that is amazing. So, guys, after last week, the podcast with Blue On, They called me the next day. Okay, so Nate was the guy in the middle. Nate called me the next day and was like, "Hey man, forward me that guy's information. I found the manual." And I was like, "No shit." He was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "I told you if it's out there, we can find it." And I'll be damned if they didn't. So you did get that, right, Jason? They sent it to you. It's all good. That's awesome, Jason. I have that YJ torque wrench as well. It's right back here somewhere. Um, awesome, cool, cool. I'm glad you got it. So that's amazing. But guys, to be honest, I don't really have anything planned for tonight because I was expecting that show. That is my mistake. Um, it is the night before Thanksgiving, so I probably won't stay on here too long, but I will sit in here and chit chat with you guys for a little bit. Um, I do want to say this, man. Oh, my pleasure, Jason. Of course, brother. Um, Normally I don't ever talk about religion and stuff like that. And to be quite frank, growing up, I've never been an extremely religious person per se. I did grow up, you know, Catholic church, stopped going at a young age, then went to a Baptist church, saw some behind the scene things, and stopped going. And recently, within the last few years, started going again, which has been amazing. Um, this past weekend, I won't say the name of it, but I went to a men's retreat. And I'm going to say this, man, I didn't have any expectations because I didn't know what to expect, but it was fucking amazing. It was amazing. I mean, like, I thank God that I went and did that because I had a few opportunities where I was like, you know what, I don't got to go to this, man. Like, I'm not trying to lose my weekend. I could be doing this, I could do that. Like, I really got other stuff I got to do, trying to talk myself out of it. And I didn't. I followed through. I drove 3.5 hours away. And yeah, it was fucking amazing. And I don't throw terms like this around lightly. It was life changing, like, to be honest. So, all I'm going to say is I will never preach that on anybody, but I'll say this. If you ever have the opportunity to do something like that, if one of your friends and family or loved ones or whoever um, brings an opportunity to you about one of those men's retreat kind of deals, obviously do your research, look into it, but give it a chance, man, because this one has been amazing. Like, that's all I'm gonna say, but it's amazing. I came home feeling like a new fucking man and learned some things about myself and yeah, fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, man. This one and this one is I'm pretty sure it's national. It's all over the place. I don't always show it. So I always wear my cross, but this, and sadly, I'm gonna forget the name of this, but this is part of like one of the things I got when I completed the weekend. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can switch cameras. There we go. So, if any of you have done what I've done before, then you'll know what that you'll know what the name of it is by seeing that piece. Amen, Daniel. Amen, buddy. Uh, yeah, it one thing I can say, man, is, and I hate to sit on here and talk religion, and not that I think it's a bad thing to talk about it, but you just know how people are nowadays, so you got to be careful. But I will say that my love for God, my love for Jesus, and growing that has definitely made me a better man. It's really helped me. So to each his own. It's something that's helped me, and I'm going to continue to do it. but I would never preach it on somebody else. I would say, even if you're not religious, to take advantage of one of those weekends, because I do think it'll change your mind. But I will never preach religion on you, though. It's not my thing. But anyway, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to record this for a podcast per se, but just chit chatting. What is going on with everybody? Anybody got anything cool going on out there? You guys busy at work? Full fledged in the heating season? I forget where some of you are located. I know where uh tongue or tunge is. I always forget that, buddy. Is it tongue? Like tongue or tunge? I'm just gonna call you Mr. T from now on, okay? Mr. T. All right, T. I know where you are, so I know what your weather is pretty good. And Jason, you're up like New York, Buffalo and stuff, right? Well, I know you're a Bills fan, but you're up that way, right? So I know it's gotta be cold up there. I'm not sure where you are, Daniel, but I appreciate you being here though. Homemade pecan pie. That sounds fucking amazing. Ah, pity the fool. It's funny. Oh, you were in Austin, Texas. Oh, good old Texas. I was gonna go to Texas, man. I was you guys have probably heard the story a million times. We were before I started working, took the opportunity to be the COO at Beltway. I was going to leave to go to Texas. You know, not I was gonna try to start a business. I really didn't know exactly what I was gonna do, to be honest. But was gonna go to Texas because my in-laws and stuff live there. But I did not, and not saying Texas wouldn't have been awesome, but obviously I love being here. You know, this is where I'm born, where my family's from, and my opportunity with Beltway has been amazing. So I absolutely love the people and the company that I am around. Love living in Texas. I bet, man. That's awesome. It's going to be California South soon, though. That's going to be the new Southern California. It's going to be Texas. Dot. Oh, really? San Diego. It's a whale's vagina. I have been to San Diego. Used to be in Oceanside. What is up, Kraus? NC, North Carolina. Nice, Daniel. That's cool, man. Anybody doing anything cool for Thanksgiving? Do you go somewhere else, or are you the house that people come to your house? For me, I have a pretty big family, so we all go to my sister's house. My sister's got a giant house, and there's a lot of us, so we all go there. It's plenty of room for everybody, and it's always a good time seeing everyone. It's IT. Keep changing them air filters, man. You keep doing what you're doing, keep learning, brother, and opportunities are gonna open. I promise you. See if I can try to make this a little bit. There we go. Let's go down. Down and up and up and down and down and up and up and down. Sound like one of those 80s fucking workout videos. You guys busy with your companies? You guys staying steady? Oh yeah, that's right. I guess tongue does have no U. To be honest, when I see your last name, I automatically want to think tonnage at first, like Mr. Tonnage. I'm busier than a dog with two dicks. That's funny. That's a good thing, man. Well, in Austin, Texas, are you guys bouncing back and forth between, still having AC calls, or what kind of temps you guys looking at in Austin? Here, it's been getting pretty cold, man. It's where I was at in Virginia. I was up in the mountains for that retreat I went to. It was cold as fucking balls up there, uh, freezing, and it's been pretty cold here. Today wasn't bad. It's like 44 degrees. It was like 59 today, which was pretty good, but it's been getting pretty low the last couple of days. It's been getting down in the high teens, early 20s at night, and then it's been staying in like, the 30s during the day, which is cool. I want it, man. I want us to stay busy. Those heating calls. Our team has done amazing when it's come to maintenances and selling them and offering them to customers and building our maintenance plans, which is awesome. So we have enough maintenances that if God forbid no calls come in, we could do maintenances until February. But I rather have our maintenance techs doing maintenances and have no heat demand calls in for my full-fledged technicians. So that's what we've had. So it's been great. Schedule's been, pretty booked out. Anybody got any ideas for turkey? With my clan, they always do like an oven one. They deep fry one, and it's funny when I get done here tonight. I'm actually going to I'm gonna go put one on the smoker, and I'm gonna let that thing smoke low and slow all night, and then take it up to my sister's tomorrow night. I mean tomorrow afternoon. I've had smoked turkey and it was amazing. I've never done it myself, so I'm hoping that I don't fuck this up. But I bought a new smoker a little while back, and I've been on a smoking frenzy. As far as uh, I've done, let's see, I've done ribs, I've done chickens, I've done beef. I did like big chuck roast that I just got it for a good deal. They were like big, like lean, like sirloin. I forget whatever like the higher grade is. I did some of those, and I cooked them almost like you would cook a brisket. And I took one and made like what do they call them? Poor man's burn ends, and it was absolutely amazing. So I've done quite a few things. What did Daniel say? Butter and garlic sauce with a smoked turkey. Oh shit! All right, I will try that. I will definitely try that because I can. I mean, I got butter. I always buy unsalted butter when I do something like that, smoking or cooking, so I don't make something all salty and it doesn't like get into my rub. But garlic sauce, I can definitely do that. I've been out to Kansas City about 2 weeks ago, and I want to experiment and barbecue a turkey. Don't know how that's going to turn out. Hey, but T, you just gotta try, bud. You know what I mean? Most people call me that anyway. Yeah, man, it's like anything else with cooking, you just gotta try. Good with the yard birds. Yeah, I did, I've done some of the yard birds, and, I have this, I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's called, Suckle Busters. I've ordered some of their seasonings, and I have, one's called, like, SPG, like salt, pepper, garlic, just kind of like a base kinda rub, base blend, and then I have their 1886 beef rub. There's a pork one and a chicken one, and I did some yard birds, and I literally I took all I did was some melted butter, and I like penetrated under the skin, like injected it, and then a little bit of oil and stuff on the outside, and I just put that chicken rub. No, I did put a little bit of that salt, pepper, garlic, like just a tiny layer on it. And then I put that chicken rub on it and I let those smoke, and those things turned out fucking amazing. But as far as cooking, but T, you just gotta keep trying, man. The more you try, the you'll learn. And you know what? Maybe you'll cook the who knows? I might cook this turkey tomorrow and I might fucking destroy it, but I'm never gonna figure it out until I do it. You know what I mean? I actually meant to try one before tonight so I could try to work out the kinks, but it didn't work out that way. Mr. was working on an electric boiler today. 8 stages of heat. Holy moly. You do all big stuff, don't you, Jason? Like all commercial stuff like that. Like you don't touch much small residential stuff, do you? What was one of the worst calls I've ever had? Um, Phew. I don't know, man. I don't know what one of the worst calls I've ever had is. Because worst call could be defined in a couple of different ways. You know what I mean? Um, I've had a weird call at a church in Baltimore that I swear to you it was haunted. And I was working downstairs, speaking of boilers, on a big giant boiler. And there was nobody in the building. We had a key to let ourselves in. I even called the keeper of the grounds, and he was like, "Yeah, nobody's there, man." He's like, "I need to check the cameras," and he's like, "Yeah, I checked the camera. There's all the motion sensors are on." He's like, "The only person there is you, my man." And I could hear somebody walking above me. um, so that is one of the creepiest, kind of weird calls I've ever been to. Um, and then what made it even weirder is one of our other technicians showed up to help me, and he heard it too, so I knew I wasn't crazy. Yeah, I bet a morgue. Actually, so I've had a morgue call. Well, not a morgue call, but like a funeral home. And years ago, this is when one of my buddies had passed away, and we went to work on something. And normally, when you go in there, where I guess you would say the morgue part where they do stuff, that door is normally closed. They don't leave that door cracked unless nothing's in there and you're allowed to walk through it. Well, the door was cracked and we went to walk in, and my fucking buddy was in the corner. Thank God he wasn't like opened up or nothing like that, but he was over there with like a thing over top of him. So that sucked. Thank God that people were like, "Oh my God, no, 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 no." But yeah, that was no bueno. Um, and when it comes to like hardest calls, I'll be honest with you, the hardest calls that I've been in crawl spaces and heard walking with no one home. Yeah, fucking right, Daniel. That is freaky. That is crazy. To be honest, some of the hardest calls that I think of are back when I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest with you. Um, because especially when it comes to residential, it's not like I said, I don't ever want to say this and take away from what we do because I don't. But once you learn the basics and get good at what you do, um, residential is more just about repetition. You might get a few gotchas every once in a while, maybe some communicating stuff, some low voltage shorts, but for the most part, it's the same shit, new day. You know what I mean? So once you get good at it, you know what I mean? It's not crazy. I remember having some tough ones back when I was still learning and didn't know what, is what I know now. And you would get frustrated because you're trying your best, you just don't know. But like I always say, you don't know what you don't know. So learn that way you know. You know what I mean? It's really that simple. Let's see. I don't know why this robot keeps removing people's stuff. Speaking of crawl space, had once with a pit of rattlesnakes. I said fuck that and bounce. Yeah, goddamn right. I would have said that as well. I would have said fuck that and bounce myself. Hmm. Bum 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 bum. I had more rough days when I did like big commercial stuff or refrigeration. Because when I used to do refrigeration around here, like the big, like the rack and the racks in the supermarkets and stuff like that. Because if you get a call, like we used to take care of WalMarts and Costco's and Um, and obviously you guys know I'm in Maryland, right outside of Baltimore, and we'd have ones in like Chantilly, Virginia, stuff like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours away. And, they call you 1:30 in the morning. It's not, oh, well, I'll see you at 8. Nah, they got a $1 million plus worth of product in these walk-ins or freezers or whatever it may be. They're like, okay, how fast can you get here? That's like literally you wake up and go. And sometimes those would suck because you'd be out there. And normally there's spare parts on site just for reasons like that. I mean, like even like rebuilt compressors. So there's always something there to get it back up and running. Um, so there is no, hey, I got to order a part kind of deal. They make sure that that nonsense doesn't happen. At least around here in the company I worked for back then did. I will say they were pretty good about that. What about the creepy ones, T? But yeah, you'd have to go there and like you get there and like it's a bad compressor or something along those lines. And well, guess what? You're changing that compressor by yourself at fucking 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. You better put your big boy pants on and your smiley face and get that shit knocked out. Um, they had like a winch system to be able to do it where you could literally, you know, hoist it up, slide it down the rack, sit it down, pick up the new one, and do it. And normally, if you had to do a compressor, you would call in the secondary guy, and he would have to come out too, but not always. Or if you got that shitty secondary guy that, man, my phone wasn't on. I didn't even hear it ring, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure you didn't, you fucking prick. But yeah, stuff like that. I miss it sometimes too, Jason. I definitely miss it because I did all that stuff with my dad, man. Refrigeration, kitchen equipment, um, all that kind of stuff. So I definitely miss it. I think more miss it because it makes me think of my father, but um, I'm not necessarily in the field anymore. But I wouldn't mind every once in a while going out with somebody and helping work on some of the stuff. I've been finding myself hopping out in the field more often. Well, for once, I've been last this whole month for the most part. Besides like this week, I've been doing ride-alongs, and so I do ride-alongs every so often. Get out, help our technicians. You know what I mean. Hang out with them, buy them lunch, that kind of stuff. Plus, I like to get my tools dirty. Well, my hands dirty by using my tools, but you know what I mean. My tools dirty. Well, I guess that too. Same thing. Mm. I got one of those new. I think I showed the picture of it the other day. Let me try to look it up. It is one of the new Vito TP XXL bags. I fucking love that thing. I love it. Oh, I thought I heard something in the background. Just wondering what the hell that is. Let me look up True Tech, see if I can show it to you guys again. True Tech Tools. Yeah, the hot side was pretty cool, Jason. Um, it wasn't bad working on ovens and stuff like that. The only thing it's tough when you would see have to change out like the insert or the casing. I can't remember the exact name of like fryers and shit. Cause you'd get that grease in your arm hair and stuff like that, and you'd be picking it out for fucking months. Let's see. Brands, brands. Oh my god. Vito. Here, let me give you the let me show you guys the screen again. It is Tech Series, blah, 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 meter pouches. It is, it's actually this bag, but they should have just the bag. MB large, nope. I don't know why they don't have it. Bestseller. There it is right here. Yep, that's it. Quick view. This one. It's got these pouches on the side, so I have my meter in there on one side, and it fits all the different things, and then on the other one, this time of year have like your manometer or whatever. But when you open it up, it's sweet. It fits more than you think it does, and I think for residential service, and I guess it could be commercial service too. I mean, but I think residential service, I think this is perfect. You can put everything you need in there to get through 95% of your calls without being able to overload it. But yeah, I love this thing. And speaking of let me go back to the camera. Um Speaking of that, I'm gonna try to make a video over this holiday. I still have all that stuff to give away. The black Vito, the blacked out Vito bag, the yellow jacket stuff. Um, and what else was it? Oh, the Makita drill set. Um, I think, to be honest, going back, and a couple of people said something, and I have to tend to agree with them. Going back and listening to my post, I think it was kind of confusing how I said it. So that's my fault. So I'm going to make some new post for it to try to be a little bit more clear on how to win, because not that many people, they were all over the place. And like I said, I think it was my fault. I wasn't clear enough with the way I said it. So I'm going to have to try to pick a specific platform for certain ones and pick like an actual video or a certain post, because I was kind of unclear, and I want to make sure I do that right so everybody has an opportunity to be able to win those prizes. So save yourself the worry, Gilson. Hey man, you never know. You might win, my man. You might win. Did you really, Kraus? That's badass, dude. How are you liking them? Oh, I thought you said you just got a set. Do I have a set? Yes, I do. It's right here. Hold on. Got myself a new MacBook too. The MacBook, uh, it's the M1 Max 16-inch. Got this little skin for it. Arctic camo. Yeah. Special forces. Gonna sneak up and watch porn. I don't know. I'm just kidding. There it is, my friend. Yellow Jacket charging an air kit. It isn't amazing. Try to do a little commercial here. The Yellow Jacket Y-Jack charging air kit made in the USA. YellowJacket.com. It comes with 2 Y-Jack temperature clamps, part number 67061. 2 of the Y-Jack pressure. Y-Jack press? Okay. Part number 67065, and it comes with 2 of the Y-Jack Do psychrometers, part number 67063. Yeah, dude, the things are slick. I've actually used them. I actually have a bunch of videos of myself using them, and I just got to put them out, to be honest. I'm not very good with putting out videos. Let's just be honest with myself. But I got to get some of those out, and they're actually pretty neat. And let's be real. And I get it. The field piece ones are kind of like the talk of the town. The field piece and the testo, and and all that kind of stuff. And whatever, I get it. And I'm not saying I've never used those. I used to have the field piece ones, to be honest, until they got stolen. But and they were nice. I loved them. I'm not gonna talk bad about them, even though Yellow Jack's my sponsor. But I do think that people don't give these a chance. You know, Because and be honest, I think some of Yellow Jacket stuff is not as flashy as some of the other brands. Like their vacuum pumps don't look like boom boxes and oh, you can change the oil while it's running. Well, most people don't even need to do that, and technically you can do that with a lot of them. If you really have to, you just you put a hose, you turn it off, you hold the vacuum. Maybe you can't still run, but to me, that's not really a selling point for me. I have always, we have some Field Beast pumps at our company, and they're nice. I won't say they're not. They are. Those things are pretty sweet. But I have used Yellow Jacket vacuum pumps my whole career. The one that I bought years ago, I still have back here. Always changed the oil on time. I took care of it. That thing was a fucking rock star. Never once had a problem with it. Never once had a problem with it. And now, because of my affiliation, my sponsorship and stuff with them, I have literally tried out every pump that they've made the last 5 years. Yellow Jacket's been sponsoring me for 5 years now, and 4.5, 4 and some change. And I've literally tried every pump that they've had out to market to date. I have half of them behind me. Oh, that's nice, Daniel. Yeah, I got one of those too back there. Here, I'll grab it. Because they make these new cases. That's one of the things that's in one of the giveaways. Here, hold on a sec. All right, I do feel like kind of a spoiled bitch because I just walked back to the corner and I literally have field piece gauges hanging there, testo is hanging there, and then these. Plus, I have some other ones. So these are the P51 870s, but I don't think it's charged. I haven't used them. Well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Look at that shit. Comes on. Oh, never mind. It's 0%. But now, hold on. This thing's all wrapped. And then they have this thing. It's a new case they have. It's called like the Mano cover. That this actually is not just for that. I think this fits all their gauges: the Titan series, the Brute series, the Brute 2, and the Series 41. So this is pretty cool. But this is, if they sent me more than one, then I would put this on those. But they didn't. I'll have to wait for another one. So I'm gonna give this away to somebody. No, you're probably right, Kraus, about the affordability. I will say, like, I love, like, coming into the field. I used to be a huge fluke guy when it came to meters, and I think fluke's great for electricians, but I think you cannot beat the field piece meters. Like, I have the what is the one I have? I think it's the 680. 680. Yes, the SC 680. I love that meter. I think that is one of the best meters when it comes to doing HVAC work. The features, once you have that rotating head, you don't realize how much you use that until you don't have it. The fact, yeah, it's a little tall, but it's sleek. The rotating head, it's magnetic. You can do everything. Anything you need to do DC voltage, as far as some of the new inverter stuff you got to work on, mini splits, has your inrush curtain, all that kind of stuff. I love it. The Fluke 1587. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure what that one is. I know that one Fluke they came out with that was like Bluetooth that was supposed to compete with a lot of them. I won't lie. That Fluke meter was dog shit, to be honest. Especially for, well, I don't want to say it was dog shit, but it was dog shit for what they were charging for it. I've actually never even heard of that one, man. Now you got me wanting to look it up, Jason. The Fluke 1587. Oh, the mega ohm meter? Is that the one you're talking about, Jason? Let me see if I can look up images real fast. Hold on. Here, let me share my screen again so you guys can see what we're talking about. Um, you talking about this? Is that what you mean, Jason? Oh, it's a mega and a multimeter in one. Yeah. See, well, and I'm not saying that, for stuff like this, yeah, Fluke is probably still the best. But for me, when I think of, and I know you work on a lot of big stuff, so it's a little different. But when I think about, I'm thinking like residential mindset now, to be honest, because that's 65-70% of what my company does. I want to have my amp clamp built into it. It can do like, my amps and all that kind of stuff together. I don't want to have to use separate meters. But yeah, this thing does look badass. To be honest, I think I know somebody that might have, well, it might just look similar. I don't know if it's this, but I know he has one that looks like this, and I know he spent a shit ton of money for it. I don't know if he spent a G stack on it, but he might have. That sounds like him. I have the piece HC36. Yeah, I used to have that. The one with the interchangeable heads. I still have a bunch of the heads that they're probably broken by now. I found in a box. It was like the manometer head, the vacuum gauge head, and it was a whole bunch of ones. And I'm like, man, why the fuck did I buy these? We'll widescreen it. No, we gotta make sure the sponsors get their plug. So have any of you used, let's see, what did Daniel say? I have a Fluke meter with AC, DC amps, voltage, capacitors, ohms, etc. Is that the 910? Is that the one it is, Daniel? Mm. Yeah, no, the DEI and that metal, the 479, 489, I think it is. They're decent meters. I like those two. They're not bad. And I'm not saying, obviously I'm joking when I talk about Fluke when I said that, but when it comes to fancy meters, of course, they make good ones. But I just think that if you're a residential guy, it's mainly what you do. You cannot beat the bang for your buck with some of the field piece meters. That's just me being honest. Whoa. Fucking screen keeps wanting to go to sleep. I think this, no, that's not it. I remember the first one my dad ever bought me was the Fluke. It's like an HVAC kit that comes with like a mega, a multimeter, and comes with the other meter with the amp clamp and everything. That was a good kit. Yeah, I will say this though: the Fluke lead pack is worth every penny. I had that lead pack. I don't know where it is. Let me share this again. I want to share this picture real fast. Hold on. I think it's here. Let's see this one. So it was this. Oh, go over here. It was this one. Can you guys see my cursor on there? So it was this one pretty much, but it wasn't with the meter. So, but it came with those nice ass alligator clamps. The one that you could extend the amp clamp. Let's see what else. Actually, it wasn't this one. It wasn't this. Oh, Fluke 374. Yeah, yeah, that's one of the more common ones. That's a good meter, Daniel. That's not the kit. Let me see. Let me see if I can look up the Fluke. Um, let's see. Meter lead kit. Where is it? Where is it? Yes. This is it. This is it right here. That little baby ass picture. Let me see if I can try to blow this picture up somehow. Oh, I can't. You gotta roll over it. But it has the I think this is the kit. Maybe they must have another one, because the one I had, it was expensive, but it came with everything that you could possibly imagine in that kit. I just anyway, I'm not gonna sit here and beat a dead horse. Now it's got me going down a rabbit hole. Anyway, that I used to I don't know where that kit is, man. I've given so many things away over the years, being nice. Um I don't know what happened to this kit. It actually might be in one of my um things in here somewhere from moving around. No, I mean you're right, Jason. It is. Honestly, if your meter is accurate and affordable, who cares what brand it is? And Jason is 100% right. As long as it does the job it was intended to do, it doesn't really matter. Um, I think some of the better brands are more reliable and it may last a little bit longer, but that's you know what I mean. I got a guy. He's a new guy. He bought a Klein meter, and it's one of those. It's not a I know Klein's electrical kind of thing. It's not a fancy one. It doesn't look great, but it gets the job done. It's accurate. So yeah. So T says, and the best company. I do understand you pay for what you get, but I always know not to go cheap. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if this is what you do every day, this is how you make a living. I mean, yeah, I always wanted to buy nice things, because I use them every day. This is the tricks of my trade. Seems to me Fluke responds a little bit faster. Um, you may be right, Daniel. I've never noticed. I've never really had them side by side. Like I said, the field piece that I use is the best one that they make, the SC680. Here, I got the box back there. I'll show you so you guys, in case you don't know what I mean. Let me hang these back up while I'm sitting up. So this is the. Let me switch cameras. Hold on. This is the 680. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one, but that little swivel thing. You got the little thing where you can put your meter in here. I mean, one of your leads in there, in case you got to have both hands. I've never had to actually use that though, because of the head being able to twist. But yeah, Molex test leads, power KW, swivel clamp, true RMS, inrush amps, hold max min, dual light, jaw, flashlight, record readings in the Job Link app. Yeah, I don't know. I've always loved this one. Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked this one, and that is too close to my face. Too close, too close. Yeah, they are, and I don't know the total difference, but I've always had the used the 680. I mean, it does like phase detection, non-contact voltage, all the micro DC stuff, hertz. Um, let's see, all the different temperature things. It's Bluetooth. Well, let me take that back. It's not. Is it? I think it. I don't use any of the. Yeah, I want to say it is because you can do it Bluetooth through the Job Link probe. Yeah, you can view precise measurements directly on mobile device and save in the Job Link report. So yeah, yep, wireless Bluetooth beacon. So yeah, I don't use that, so I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I like that meter. It has been great for me and what I do. But I do agree 100% with what Jason said. Um, doesn't matter what the name is if it's accurate and it reads. But the comeback that I'll say to that, Jason, is some guys don't know it's not accurate, until they work with somebody else. They're checking something. They're like, oh, this thing's overamping. I got to change this motor. Um, or man, I'm getting goofy. This voltage reading doesn't seem right. And they're just going to make their diagnosis based on what they get until maybe they work with somebody one day. And somebody says, well, oh, let me check it with my meter and say they have a fluke or a field piece or whatever. And they're like, well, hold on, man. That's not right. So that's the only, I think that you get that sense of quality, a little bit of reassurance with some, like, the fluke, some of the field piece, UEI versus some of the other ones that you take, even though there's some of the cheaper UEIs that I think it was probably everybody's first meter. Um, they're good at first and then they start to go haywire. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily matter. But I guess I won't stay on here too much longer, man. Have to not only for backup but to double check. That's awesome, Daniel. That's good to have that because you never know. And you know how it is. Most of us that have been in the field for a good little bit, you got to have one, twos, threes of things. Um, so for me, I was always so nice that uh I would give things away to my when I was working, my fellow colleagues, or when I became, the boss and started running companies and stuff. I would give things out to my techs because I'm just a giving person. It's just how I am. But I try to leave myself at least one, if not two, of things. Definitely one, because you never know what the future holds. Maybe I got to go back in the field one day. You never know. Um, plus I get things sent to me to test and try and things like that. So I have a little bit of everything. Yeah, man. And the audio podcast that just came out, the one with Mr. Brett Wetzel, we talked about mental health. I don't know which one of you son of a bitches said something. You're like, oh, it sounds funny. And it was crisp, it was clear, it was fine. Then all of a sudden you get like a little bit into the recording when I'm editing it, and then all of a sudden Brett has an echo because I started changing things because somebody was like, I think it's messed up. So I'm not if I don't know you or I'm not listening to you anymore. Well, I know it's all set up good now. We don't have that problem. Because last week with Blue On sounded magnifique. It was fucking beautiful. But I didn't know that, so whoever watched the video had to hear that shit, which sucks. I don't want that kind of quality being what I put out. Um, and since it's live, I don't know until after the fact. I'm able to hide it and cut pieces out when I put the audio out, but it is what it is. What the hell are you gonna do? Let's see here. Why is it not playing? What's going on? Hmm. That's weird. It's not was trying to play something, but it's not playing. Ready then. All right, guys. It is about 9:21. Probably shouldn't have podcast, like I said. So if I think all of you have been here the whole time, but in case you watched this after the fact and you did not hear me or see me say it, Mr. Alan Coggins from Cocoon Furnace I thought was supposed to be on tonight. Had a little glitch in my scheduling software. He's actually next week. So Mr. Allen will be here next week. If you did not see the last episode with Mr. Allen, please go back and watch it. It'll just say HVAC Uncensored Talks with Alan Coggins from Cocoon. Amazing show. His furnace does something. It's like thermal mass heat or something like that. It's pretty wild, and it definitely could be like the future of kind of what we see, the future of heating. It's really really neat. It's really cool, and yeah, it was amazing. Some of the knowledge. He's a smart guy. He invented this. He's definitely a very very smart dude, and dropped all kind of cool nuggets. Talking about different things. It was actually a really good show. A lot of interaction last time he was on. So I hope it's the same way next time. But we and him have been staying in touch, talking via email, text, phone calls, stuff like that. And he said, "Hey, man, I have some updates on things and a lot of new stuff happening that I would love to come talk to you about if that's okay." And I was like, "Well, fucking, of course, let's do it." So, he is going to come back on and get us all updated on those different things. So that'll be next week. So I'm gonna let you all go. Thanks, Kraus. I appreciate you, buddy. Good bless. You be good bless. I know what you mean. God bless and happy Thanksgiving to you too, brother. So all you guys out there, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Sorry it was an oddball with the schedule being mixed up, but Jason was already waiting in here, so I wanted to, hop on and say say what's up, even if he was the only person. I've seen on my thing here says that we've had quite a few people watching between Facebook and YouTube, but not a lot of you have commented. So if you're ever watching, please feel free to comment. I love it when you guys interact and let me know who you are so I can get to know you. That's always cool. But my dog is staring at me. Time to take her out. Yes, guys, thank you for being with me tonight. I hope to see you guys next week. Be looking for a video. I'll announce all that giveaway stuff. So next week with Mr. Allen, and I guess I'll close this. It's not really a podcast, so I don't really got to close it out because this is never going to go air. But hey, man, I wish all of you guys a very, very happy Thanksgiving. It sounds cliche, but enjoy your families, man. Turn it off for a little bit, recharge, spend time with your family, and think about what you're thankful for. You know what I mean? Think about why you do what you do, why you wake up every day. We all live in the hustle and bustle of this crazy fucking world, and sometimes we got to just step back to the simplest of things and what really means the most to us and why we do what we do. You know what I mean? So, and I have to do it sometimes. If you guys watched the one episode, man, I've suffered with mental health for a long time in my life. And I have a lot of things going on great that have been helping that. And the men's retreat that I talked about earlier that I did this weekend was absolutely fucking mind blowing. It was life changing. One of the greatest experiences of my life, to be quite frank. But yeah, God, I keep rambling. Sorry. Anyway, God damn it. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. You guys know that I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for taking the time to support me in the show. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button so that way it gets out to more people. And like I said, also stay subscribed. I do have some videos that I'm going to start putting out here. I'm trying to get into the videos. I have a whole bunch of content shot that just hasn't been put out. But it should be, I think you guys should like it. It's going to be some random content at first, and then we'll start getting some ideas. And remember, if there's ever anything that you guys, if you guys would like to see me make a video about a specific topic, by all means, let me know. Message me, whatever it is. If you can email me, start using the Gmail account I think is been getting weird. So if you guys have to email me, please email me at info@HVACuncensored.com. So info, INFO at HVACUNCEN uncensored. I don't know. Trying to think of what it is. Info@HVACuncensored.com. Christ, making my brain hurt. Yeah, man, I'll try to make a video and hopefully I can help. You know what I mean? But I think that's about it. Once again, thank you to all the sponsors. I appreciate you guys for making this show possible. And you guys have a great Turkey Day. Be safe out there, and I will talk with you mofos later. All right? Peace.